Good morning. So today, I think the blog is really good today, by the way. So I'm starting off with this influence of Texas. I've even got my hat to wear while I talk about this. So I've seen so many influences coming from like Texas things. So there's this store called Mart that it's a pop-up in Rockefeller Center, and all like the brands they're carrying are all they're really cool, and they're from companies that are based in Marfa and in Austin. So that's one thing. And then this week I got this notification that there's this line dancing workshop and party at the Freehand, which just reopened. The party's tonight. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it, but I've seen some videos because Ray's Bar, which is at the corner here, they were doing an event with them last night during the rehearsal. But I mean, it looks so great. I hope that this is something that continues. And it's both kind of really old school country as well as new. And the people just look amazing. So that's happening. And then I always say that 3 things make a trend. And then the third thing, and I'm thrilled about this, and I'm also unhappy about it, but Paige Newman, who used to work for me, so an ex-ZandlSlant, who's been working for about 10 years now for Danny Meyer, specifically for Shake Shack, and she's just been getting promoted, and now she's gotten another major promotion, and she's moving to Dallas. They're heading up. She's going to be she's the area director for that, for Shake Shack down there. So anyway, so that's, what is this? I feel like I've got something hanging. No, I'm good. So anyway, so this whole Texas thing I think is like super cool. So now I've done that, I'm gonna take the hat off. But then the other thing is, a lot of friends right now I have who are, maybe in their 40s, 50s, whatever, not like, just straight out of college. And there's quite a few people looking for jobs, and they've had very senior positions, and it's not that easy, even though there's supposedly all this work. But anyway, so I read, and it's number 3 in the blog, this guy who had been the head of physical retail for Amazon. He'd been there for 14 years, and he just left. And the narrative of how he, talked about both, what he's learned at Amazon, what that experience was like, and then, what he's looking for in this next step. And he actually already has got a new gig, and he's gone to REI, was so perfect. And I thought everyone I know who's looking for jobs should really read what he had to say, because I think it was just kind of brilliant. And, he's talking about the things he had learned, and he also talks about like his hugest failures and then the hugest successes, and then also how he wants to take everything that he's learned and really move forward like in a new context and a new culture. I think that is really fantastic. Another great thing that I'm writing, I think it's maybe number 4 in the blog, that so my friend Lauren Chun, who is the founder of that kimchi brand, Mother-in-Law's Kimchi. I've written about this before, kind of years ago. Anyway, this week, Joe Rogan, who's got like 13 million followers on Instagram, did this, like he loves kimchi and he loves hers, and it's right there on the image he posted on Instagram. I mean, which is kind of just phenomenal. So I told her she had to watch to see what kind of impact that would have on her business, going forward in the next just little while even. So that's that. And then I've got a couple of other like really kind of cool, interesting, that's kind of the ZandlSlant part of the blog. And then this time I'm also doing like a Zandl rant. And I don't want to really focus on that because like all the bullshit in our lives, like, I mean, you can turn on the TV, you can go online, that's all you see. But I do have, a couple of things I just had to get off my chest. So, but the one article that is on homelessness is kind of the best take on it the best insight that I've seen. It comes out of this guy out of, it's quite an in-depth article out of Utah, where they've actually got a huge, in Salt Lake City, a big homeless problem. And, and this is something that I really do know something about. I've lived on Rivington, just off the Bowery, and the Bowery is kind of the original Skid Row. So I've seen both, like from when I first moved in 30 years ago, where it was all about alcoholics. Then we went to it was like crack, and it was like now we're on whatever, fentanyl or whatever. So that's I just think, because people are always saying like, oh, there's just no affordable housing. I think it's absolute bullshit. That is not going to solve anything. But so read that article. It's really good. And then one final thing is there's this guy, Eric Griffin, who I've written about him before also. And he is probably the best movie reviewer that I've ever, seen. And anyway, he does this movie review of this just crazy movie. And he even says it's the weirdest movie he's ever seen, but the review is so amazing. So I've got that. I think it's number 10 on the blog, the last thing. And the review starts about halfway in, but I'll give you, but I mean, you should really, really watch it. It's like this movie called, I think like Titanium or something like that. So anyway, that's that. So that's it for today. Life goes on. Thanksgiving was amazing, which I talked about last week already. And I'm going to be doing a holiday party this coming week. So I'm looking forward to that. And that's it. So I'm going to put my hat on for you again, because I do love this whole Texas thing. I love Texas, by the way. So Paige Newman, I'm going to come down to visit you. Ciao, ciao, my loves.